Or u'mevorach. Boker Or u'mevorach. We're in Bekiim Bahalacha, and we're in volume 3. And today we are at day 100. So we're actually learning about the proper halacha when it comes to holding the sisiyot, looking at the sisiyot, and kissing the sisiyot. So a lot of what we're going to say today comes from the Ben Ish Chai. So we have the Sefer in front of us. So let's look at it inside. It's Sefer Ben Ish Chai, Shana Rishona, first year. And it's in Parashat Shemot. I'm going to read the Ben Ish Chai now. It's in Halakha He. Kishi Yomar. Maher vehave alenu. So when you're going to say the beracha of Ahabat Olam. So at the end of Ahabat Olam it says Maher vehave alenu beracha v'shalom meheram ma'arba kanfot kol ha'aretz. So we're basically praying to Kadosh Baruch Hu that he should bring us peace and he should bring us tranquility to the four corners of the earth. So the Ben Ish Chai says at that point, Yikabetz kol arba kanfot talet. So that's when you collect ma'arba kanfot, you collect the four sisiyot. Biyohazem biyado semalit. We learned in yesterday's halacha that you're supposed to hold the sisiyot in your left hand. That we saw from David HaMelech in the Midrash. David HaMelech was thanking Hashem for the limbs of his body. And one of the things he said was that the Todah Rabbah, you gave us the left hand that we're able to hold the sisiyot. So the Ben Ish Chai confirms. But ta'aseh kach, and how long are you supposed to hold the sisiyot for? So he says, Ad shetomar udbarav hayim b'kayamim b'ne'emanim. So until you say those words, ne'emanim v'nehayim la'ad, and then you just drop the sisiyot from your hands. Now the Ben Ish Chai will tell us where in your left hand do you hold the sisiyot. How do you hold it? Do you hold it regular between your thumbs? So the Ben Ish Chai quotes from Rav Chida. Rav Chida quotes from the Haronim, Shianiya hasisiyot ben kemitza lezeret. Kemitza is the ring finger, which would be called the fourth finger. This is the zeret, is the pinky, we would call it. So therefore, in between the ring finger, the fourth finger, and the ring finger, kemitza bezeret. So that's where you put the sisiyot. He says that lo nimsad abar ze mefurash besefer kavanot. So the Arizal does not actually bring that down, but nonetheless, he says that it's proper. Now let's see some of the Bekiim to see what he's going to say over here. Now he says here the Arizal did not specify which fingers one should hold the sisiyot. Mager Avraham stated you should hold it between the ring finger and the pinky, and Rav Chida brings it down as well. Kapaim Sofer said it's not found anywhere in the Arizal's writing, and not found in the Rashash as well. And therefore, the Kapaim is very, very, very strict. If you don't find it in the Rashash and you don't find it in the Arizal, therefore there's no need to do it. But there was a rabbi called Neket Katzir. He testified that he saw Rav Chida hold the sisiyot in that spot. So once you have testimony that he held the sisiyot in that spot, there's nothing to talk about. And that's the halacha and Yud Aleph. Let's read Yud Aleph. Al pi devrei ha'arizal. According to the words of Rabbeinu Ari, v'chen hanhagat Tzitzit b'Keriat Shema. This is the way we hold the sisiyot in Shema. Kishi Yomar. Beracha v'shalom meheram me'arba kanfot kol ha'aretz. Yikabetz kol arba kanfot ha'talet. Let him gather the four corners of the talet. V'yohazem biyado semalit. Let him hold it in his left hand. Keneged halev. We said he holds it keneged halev, which is by his heart. V'yaniya hasisiyot ben kemitza lezeret. We said you put it between kemitza lezeret. That's between the pinky and the ring finger. V'yeh hasisiyot kach biyado until you finish the Keriat Shema, until you say udbarav hayim v'kayamim v'ne'emanim v'nehamadim la'ad. Now, when you get to the parasha of Tzitzit, the Rab writes, at this point, only holding it in your left hand. Now you take your right hand and you grab the strings, the chutim, and you lengthen it out, you straighten it out, and now you beat v'yistakel b'tzitzit shebiyado shebechol parashat tzitzit. Yesterday we learned the word tzitzit means to look at. Like it says in the Pasuk in Shir Hashirim, Mitzitz min harakim, or the seats. So therefore, now you hold it during Parashat Tzitzit, you're supposed to be looking at it, especially when you get to the words Uritim Oto. That's what Arizal said. Arizal actually would look at the Sisiyot twice. When he said Uritim Oto, he would look at them and then look up, I guess, and then gaze down again. And that's what he brings down over here. ויביט ויסתכל בסיסיות שבידו בכל פרשת ציטוט. וכשיאמר אוריתם אותו, when you get to אוריתם אותו, יסתכל בסיסיות שבידו שני פעמים. בזה אחר זה. So I guess look up and then you look down again. And then he says, ואחר כל פעם משתי הפעמים אלו יעברים על גבי עיניו. And then to put them over his eyes. וינשקם. Now I'm not sure if the Arizal said to kiss them. However, the minhag, as we saw yesterday from the Ramah, that you kiss the sisiyot. And furthermore, when you say velo taturu harel lebabchem b'harei einechem, einechem is the eyes. So therefore, you put the sisiyot back over your eyes, and you look at it, and you kiss them again. Ushtei yadav yu ochazot b'sisit ka'amud. So you're holding it like this until you say with barab hayim v'kayamim v'ne'emanim v'im la'ad. Our custom is to kiss it one more time, and then we drop it. And he says v'yavirim gabe einav. We put it over our eyes, and then we drop it. Now, according to Maram, and that's what I wanted to show you, we have Maran Shulchan Aruch over here. Yes. So if you look at Maram, when he talks about kissing the sisiyot, let's see over here. It's going to be at the end over here. Yeah, so he writes over here, Yesh noagim, lestakel basisit kishemagim du'uritem oto. Beautiful, which we do. V'liten otam ala einayim. Put them on. U'minhag yafehu v'chibub mitzvah. And the Ramah says to kiss it. Fantastic. But listen to the Hadush of Maran. Kishemistakel basisit, when you're looking at the sisit, mistakel b'shnei sisiyot shelefanav. Maran says you only look at the two sisiyot that are in front of you. Maran does not hold you need to take all four. According to Shulchan Aruch, you only take two. Why? He says because the two has 10 knots, 5 knots and 5 knots, 8 strings and 8 strings. So 16 plus 10, 26. Gematria Yudke Vavke. And he writes that. And he says, כשמסתכל בסיסית, מסתכל בשני סיסיות שלפניו, שיש בו 10 קשרים, 10 knots, רמז להוויות. ויש בהם 16 חוטים, 16 strings, ו10 קשרים, עולה 26 בשם הוויה, כשם הוויה. So here's a big hadush. Maran does not hold like the Arizal. The Arizal said you have to collect all 4. The hadush over here is we have testimony, and people saw this. Cham David mentions it in Halacha Berurah. Cham Yitzhak mentions it in Yakut Yosef. Cham Ovadia Alav Hashem would only take 2 strings. He wouldn't collect all 4 strings in Keriat Shema, only took the 2 strings in front of him, according to the minhag of Maram. Listen, it's known that Chab Alav Shalom, he didn't follow the Arizal always. His loyalty was to Shulchan Aruch. But the Hadush over here that he brings down is Rabbi Masas. There was a great Moroccan rabbi, Rabbi Shalom Masas. He was the chief rabbi of Yerushalayim. So he brings down over here there was a Mishnah Berurah that they wrote from Rabbi Mazuz. So he says that he also holds the 2 sisiyot. So now you have Hacham Ovadia, Hacham Shalom Masas, Gaon Mevilna. Who knows more about the Arizal than the Gaon Mevilna? And still, he only held 2. So he says this is preferable for 2 reasons. Number 1, you have Hashem's name, Yudke Vavke, like we said. And then he says, furthermore, you need to have 2 sisiyot behind you. You need to be surrounded by the mitzvot, and therefore you don't want to take all the sisiyot away from the person. And then he says, and this is a hadush, he complained that people have a foolish desire to emulate the Kabbalists. Whereas the Arizal himself remarked, his teaching should be observed by the extreme devout. So basically, Rabbi Masas is saying, and you're going to tell me, oh, Rabbeinu Ari, he says, well, you're Mikubal? You're not a Mikubal, so therefore leave it. Follow. You're better than Maran. Maran also lived in the same generation of Rabbeinu Ari, and he knew everything with the Ari. And still what? That's what Ari does. If you pray in that shul over there, you follow Ari's custom. Now again, I'm not sure if that's the way the Ben Ish Chai obviously doesn't hold like that. The Ben Ish Chai didn't say when you take the 4 sisiyot, that's only for those that follow, Rabbeinu Ari and devout and all that. That's the practice. That's the practice. And he writes that. He says the arguments may or may not be valid. Meaning, Rabbi Bitan doesn't want to say to Rabbi Masas, it's not valid. He says it may or not be. We take it with a grain of salt. We're not going to say that every time somebody follows Minhag Ari, that we're going to say, mi'ata, ma'ata, you think you're Rabbeinu Ari, you think you're Mikubal, jump in the lake. No, we don't say that. Ela, we say that it's proper to hold the forces. And that's what he says in the bottom here. Ulam, look at on 226. Le'da'at Ari, me'parashat Tzitzit, yesh le'hoz v'lestakel b'chol arba sisiyot. Which we said, all the 4, ומנהגו של מרן הראשון לציון, which is חכם עובדיה, ברוב פעמים היה לאחוז ולהסתכל רק בשני הסיסיות שלפניו. He would only hold the 2 סיסיות that was in front of him, ככתוב בשולחן ערוך. So that is basically today's offering. So let's review again. Our custom is going to follow the Ben Ish Chai and the Chida. When you say Maher v'alenu b'rakav Shalom me'arba katot ha'aretz, you take the sisiyot in your left hand, and it's between 4 sisiyot, exactly. And that's between kemitzah lezeret. And you hold it, not with your right hand, only with your left hand. Now you hold it with your left hand. When you get to the parashah Tzitzit, and you take your right hand, and you extend it out, and you look at it. When you get to Uritem Oto, 2 times. You want to kiss it in between? Baruch haba. When you get to the pasuk v'lo taturu harel b'einechem, the abir al einayim, now you want to kiss it during the other times of Tzitzit. Arisa didn't bring that down. Some people don't do that. Yesterday we said that Rama says you want to do it every time you say Tzitzit. You could do it. It's not although Rabbi Eliezer Papa was against it. He said it was a hefsek, but we hold that that's not a hefsek. So, and this is the way they taught us in school when we were young also. Anytime you say the word Tzitzit, and you hold it. Now, we didn't see anywhere over here, we'll have to find it if it's brought down anywhere. You see some people when it says, Ani Hashem l'chem asher hotzeti etchem Mitzrayim l'chem, Ani Hashem l'chem emet. Ben Ish Chai didn't bring it down. Rav Chida didn't bring it down. Rabbeinu Ari for sure not. Sure not. Nowhere did we see this extra item. Why would you kiss it during emet? It's not uritem oto. It's not the word tzitzit. It's not so we have to figure out, is that maybe just some guy in shul started it, and then everybody looked at him and said, oh, this must be a new thing. And then, it's like, it's contagious. Maybe it's Minhag Ta'ut.
It's the life testimony of everything you said. It's amen.
Correct. No, I can make up stuff also. I listen, if you want to make up stuff, I could, then we could do every time you say, no, mahol. But every time you say, no, every time you say Shem Hashem, every time you say, every time you say the word Lavan, Lavan. And כשאני אקרא פרשת לבן, לבן הארמי, לבן. I'll say גם כן, והיה עטופים ללבן. So anyway, the point is, no, my point is, I have no problem. If somebody could show me that they see it wrote down in a book that you kiss it during Emet, I'm not trying to take it away, but you have to see it. If somebody would ask me, show it, I would not be able to show them anywhere that it says it. Correct, but I could show you Uritem Oto. I could show you Ahare Einechem. I could show you where it says Tzitzit. We saw the Rama. But again, the Arizal, his main item was not the kissing. His main item was to put it over your eyes and put it down and put it over your eyes again and finish. That was the main. The kissing is we call it a hibub mitzvah. Especially after COVID, nobody wants to kiss the sisiyot because of the shul. Because the guy put his germs on it the day. That's the Persians when they shake the rabbi's hand. They hit the rabbi's head. No, there's a hibud mitzvah. No, but the Persians, they go like this to the rabbi's head. They So in any event, so this is what we have. So again, and then when we get to,
we're going to do 2.
No, 4. That was the minhag. We always did 4. We always did. For the Ben Ish Chai said to do 4. Masas said 2. Gaon Vilna said 2. Kamavadya said 2. Maran said 2. So my point, you know why you have to know this? Because one day you're going to be in shul, you're going to see a guy next to you with 2 sisiyot.
Then you're gonna say massage.
No, now you don't. Before this, you yell at the guy. Tepesh, amares, bood. What are you doing? It's two sisiyot. What does it cost you? Take the other two. But now, כן, אומר, אני גאון מווילנה, אני חכם עובדיה, וזה. כן, תמיד. And again, that's why it's hard to understand Rabbi Masas. When he comes along, he says, ואלו שעושים כמו הקבלה, מה הם חושבים? שהם מקובלים? האריזה עשה את זה רק בשביל יחידים. He only did it for special people. But it seems the way they taught us when we were young is like the Ben Ish Chai and the main thing is, like we learned also, Ben Kimitzal is that although we didn't find that in the Ari, still something to be particular about. Okay, Botai, this is today's item. Baruch Hashem, beautiful. We did very, very good.